Hello, hello. Welcome to this week's WIP and Chat. WIP, W-I-P, stands for work in progress. And I'm gonna go ahead and work on my work in progress, my diamond painting. So, and just hang out with you guys and we're gonna chat. So, of course, like I always start with, how are you? Just like if we were meeting in person, I would give you a hug, maybe a little kiss on the cheek, and yes, definitely a kiss on the cheek. And then ask you how you are. So how is everybody doing tonight or today? I'm pleasantly surprised to be doing this right now. I am a planner for the most part. I like routine, I like planning things. I normally have been doing these recently on Wednesdays during a certain time, Wednesday nights. That didn't happen last night. So we are now into Thursday. It is Thursday at 8:13 and it's March 5th. This kind of came about unexpectedly. I was like, well, I guess I'm just not going to get a WIP and Chat done this week. And that's okay. But then we got dinner done, dishes are done, everyone's kind of settled it in. And I was like, wait a second. It's only 8:30. And I was going to come up here and diamond paint anyways. And I'm like, okay, everyone's good. I think I can hang out with you guys. So this is awesome. It normally doesn't happen like this. So I'm happy to be here today. So again, how are you guys? Let me know. And let me show you guys what I'm working on tonight. So of course he's upside down, but this is my French Bulldog stained glass from Diamond Art Club. And I do have a Frenchie for those of you that are new. It is a square diamonds. It's got square diamonds, 93 colors, and it's a 55 by 83. So of course we're like this. You can see these big old ears. Look at those blue eyes. I'm on the very last square. Wait, am I? Oh no, I'm on the second to last square. And then I just have, let me show you guys. That's all I have left. We're almost done. I'm so excited. I've loved it. I've absolutely loved it, but, big old but, I get a little itchy. I get a little like, ugh. After a month, I'm good. And I've been working on this since the 1st of February. So we're now into March and I'm like, okay, I'm getting a little itchy and I really want to do something new. So, but yes, I have loved this. I am enhancing it. Unfortunately, I think this is sold out, but the last week's video, I think I went to try to find the link to attach it. Even if it was out of stock, you could do a back in stock alert and it didn't come up at all. So I don't know if it's discontinued. I don't know. If you know, let me know. But I hate showing you guys that maybe something you can't get. But yeah. And I love, I love rubbing my fingers across my diamond painting. But then when you do that, you will find some that are not down all the way. And that's kind of what I like to do. I like to feel like the pop. Anybody else like that? Well, I keep thinking I'm pulling some off, but sometimes I'm finding just rogue drills that kind of pop off randomly. But yeah, let's get started. Like I said, I really wasn't even in the mindset of doing a WIP and Chat, but here we are and I'm happy to be here. So thank y'all for clicking on this video and for joining me. If you are new to the channel, welcome on in. My name is Shay, of course, Crafting with Shay. So creative, right? So creative. That's one thing I'm not great at. I wish I would have been able to use AI back then, but I don't think that was a thing when I started my channel 5 years ago. But AI could have helped me probably come up with a cool channel name. And yeah, there's that. But, and plus I didn't want to make it diamond painting specific because you never know, right? What the future holds. But yes, so welcome if you're new. And if you are returning, welcome back. I'm so happy to see you guys. Old and new friends alike. So, wow. I am a little tired, so I hope that doesn't come through with, I hope you don't get a sluggish feeling. I don't think you will. I feel good after eating dinner. We had hot dogs from the barbecue grill outside with barbecue beans. We had that conversation at dinner and I asked my husband, I said, because we've been together a long time, almost 25 years we've known each other. So I was like, I feel like hot dogs and barbecue beans go together. I said, I think that's because I grew up that way. I'm like, that's not something that we've done, right, together, and that's where that's coming from. He's like, no, I didn't grow up doing that. And I'm like, okay, I thought I did. You know, the older you get, you kind of forget things. I'm like, yeah, that was something my mom always paired together, was beans and hot dogs. So we kind of had to talk about just, you know, and then Lou was like, my daughter, she was like, or coleslaw and potato salad. I'm like, yep, or French fries. So yes, I'm curious, what do y'all have with your hot dogs? If you like hot dogs. I'm looking for a color and I'm trying to stall by asking you hot dog questions. Can you tell? Isn't that crazy? It's like a color you don't use very often. And then you're like, I swear this is not even here. And then you find it. You're like, yes, it is. I mean, look, this is like a tiny, I've barely ever used 3064. It's like this little bit of pop of brown. So this is what I'm working on, right? We know this. Same things I've been working on the last, you know, same tools, same things as the last couple of weeks. And if you're interested in anything, it'll be listed down below. Tray, pen, all the things. Yeah. So, but yes, welcome you guys. How has your week been since we talked last? I always have to thank you guys. I like to make a blanket, like, thank you because, you know, hopefully most of y'all can hear me that maybe watched the last one. I know I haven't responded to all your comments yet, but I do read them all, so thank you. But you guys are the best. You're the absolute best. I had a crazy story last week of an eye thing and like almost like passing out, and I don't know what that was all about, but you guys are just so smart. And again, you were right on, I think you were right on the money. It was not a hot flash. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, then you're welcome to go watch last week's video. It was something else, y'all. Y'all said it starts with a V, and I forget how it's pronounced, but it's like an episode that you can have like when you're, so yeah, I definitely think that's what it was. It was almost like a panic, anxiety, like, yeah, I guess your blood sugar drops or your blood pressure or something, and you just like, so I think that's definitely what happened. I just put in fresh glue dots when I was diamond painting earlier, and they're a little sticky still. So, oh, what am I using? So I always use micro glue dots in my single placer, and I've been using a hodgepodge of things here tonight. I've just been like all over the place. I mean, I'm not kidding you. I've been using WeWax, Butterfly Effect Wares, Mary Mud. I've just been having fun with all the things. And I'm sure there's even another pack of something else over here. I've just been having fun with different waxes and putties, and yeah, it's always fun to, I don't want to get stuck in a rut of using like the same things all the time. So I definitely, you know, when it's time to change, I'm like, let me go see what else I have in my stash of goodies. So, all right, I have to admit, because I don't want to lie to y'all, ever, I did take these notes. Let's see. This is from a magnetic list from the fridge. All right, let's see if I can keep up with all this. We've got grasshopper. Young grasshopper. It's like what, Karate Kid? We've got kids cursing. This is like your Cliff Notes. Sold nanny's house. Yay. Got promotion at work. Yay. Eye is better. Thanks for all the love. Yes. Throat is better. Yes. Thank you. Met with M, and I saw Chipotle. And I have a pic of Chipotle. And I'll have a pic of the grasshopper too that I can include in there, but I don't want to gross anybody out. Those are the notes of the week. So let's get into it. Again, I always like to thank you guys like I already did. I want to thank you guys for always, you know, loving on me, giving me good ideas, suggestions, just being a sounding board is like the best way I can describe it. In addition to my eye, which is really, it's almost gone. And because that was what, Monday had been a week. So today's Thursday, right? And then in addition to that, I was having a rough time. I even hate to talk about it, but I've been fine today. Last couple days, I've been totally fine. I have a thing where, and I don't know what it is, but y'all got to probably hear it definitely last week's video, but I was clearing my throat a lot. And it's been happening for a while. And it was on fire last week. I mean, it was like firing up big time. And I really couldn't stop it. Y'all were so kind. No one said it bothered them. So thank you. I didn't want that to stop me from hanging out with you guys. And from you guys having somebody to diamond paint with. Because like I said, I do, and that is definitely one of the reasons why I do this. It makes me feel like I'm helping. You're helping me, and I hope, you know, it sounds like I help you guys too, like to have some company, have some fun stories to listen to while you diamond paint, have, you know, just someone to be with. And I want to do that for you, and I want to be that person. So I didn't want to let that stop us from getting together. It's gone. Like I said, it lasted for a couple of days and it goes away. I've been totally fine today. Haven't done it. I've done it a handful of times today, maybe more, but nothing like it's been. So I don't know. Again, I know I need to go to the doctor. A lot of y'all suggested I need to, and I will. But I need to make an appointment first. So yeah. So thank y'all again for the eye, the throat. Oh no. Oh, don't look. If you get squeamish, I just showed you a bloody finger. I just took my Band-Aid off because I thought I was good. I'm not good. I'm still bleeding. I didn't want y'all to think I'm falling apart or that I'm a hypochondriac, but I just ripped my Band-Aid off as we were talking. I'm going to go ahead and try to put that back on. So I had a slight little, y'all, I'm so accident prone, or maybe I'm just, I don't know, not very smart, but okay. So after dinner, I was going to refill my wine before I came up here. And I don't know if you guys can see, but I have this tiny, it's like a paper cut, right? So I have my wine opener and there was like a little bit of the foil left around the ring, and I should have just left it, but it was bothering me. So I kind of went to, and I was watching TV, so I really wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. My husband was watching something and I was looking over my shoulder, but I went to peel off the foil and it cut me. And I didn't want to diamond paint with the Band-Aid on. And I thought, I don't want them to have to see a Band-Aid. But now I'm bleeding. I'm bloody. Oh no. Another horror story of body parts being injured. What the heck, y'all? Look. Hope you don't get grossed out. Why? This happened like a while ago. Why am I still bleeding? And why am I trying to put an old Band-Aid back on? Y'all, I don't know if this is why you're here, but if it is, there you go. You never know with me, y'all. I don't even know about myself. But yes, thank y'all again for keeping me straight. And now you get to look at me and my finger. I'm struggling. Okay, we're not going to do a Band-Aid. I don't want to wear a Band-Aid. All right, so okay. I love to talk about, let's start from the top. Let's start from grasshopper. It keeps bleeding. How am I going to diamond paint with a finger that's bad? I kind of feel like I need to put, is there a nurse in the house? I know you're supposed to put pressure on something. I can't open this Band-Aid back up. Once you stick a Band-Aid together, is it reusable? Is it gross to try to use a, I swear, I did not plan this. I'm bleeding everywhere and I don't want to have to stop. Ooh, maybe I could put washi tape. Ooh, well, washi tape. Oh, I got an idea, y'all. We're going to DIY. Let's see if this works. Okay, I'm gonna get some scissors. Sorry, I just stood up. I know you can't see me, but you can hear me. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Great. My daughter took my scissors, and now I've lost my Band-Aid. Oh, there's my Band-Aid. I was going to. Okay, I know what we can use. We can use our ceramic cutter. Okay, we're gonna just jimmy up a little something here. Don't try this at home. What, y'all, what am I doing here? I tried to do a WIP and chat, but this is my life. Okay, I'm just gonna I'm trying to without bleeding on everything. If y'all get grossed out by blood, I'm so sorry. I thought I was good. I thought it had stopped bleeding. I didn't want y'all to look at a Band-Aid and explain the whole thing because it's silly. Okay, so what I'm trying to do is, why do fingers bleed so much? Okay, hopefully you're not squeamish like I am. This actually is okay. It's not bothering me too much. I'm just trying to cut off this little, oh geez. I'm just trying to cut off this little fabric piece and then put the washi tape around it. So at least and I'm using my ceramic cutter. Giving you instructions on how to make a Band-Aid. Oh my gosh, this is so disgusting. All right, now we get to pick a pretty washi tape. All right, so I got my washi tape. don't know if this is going to end up going out. I just don't know. I don't know if we need to see all this. Okay, so washi tape can double as a Band-Aid. We're going to find out. We are going to find out. Okay, now now I'm bleeding all over my ceramic cutter. All right, so what I did was I ripped off, so all I have now is like the fabric part, right? Because I need something to, it won't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. All right. I wish I could story tell, and do a Band-Aid at the same time, but all right, so we're gonna put this, I'm gonna have a little piece of, okay, and then I gotta make sure that's here. Y'all, what is wrong with me? Has anybody ever used washi tape as a Band-Aid? I don't know. It's kind of ugly, but this is not how I plan things to go. And this is my Simply Gilded washi tape. This is so I'm thinking if it's gonna work. All right, the good thing is you don't need to use a cutter for this washi tape because it is so good. Y'all. Oh my gosh. Okay. And voila. It might work. And it's prettier than it was. How am I gonna... Anyways, okay, let's move on. All right, so we're going back to grasshopper. We're starting from the top, okay? All right, so grasshopper. Yeah, isn't young grasshopper like a thing from a movie? If you know, let me know. I feel like it is. All right, oh, I forgot to tell you, grab some, wine and vision. We've got, grab some wine, or I'm sorry, not wine, grab a drink. Mine is wine, of course, water, food. And also grab a craft project and craft alongside me if you'd like to. And what are y'all working on right now? What are you working on other than watching me do ridiculousness over here? So grasshopper, what night was this? My husband was not home because he was on the phone with us. He was on his way home. I think it was like Tuesday night. And yeah, it was Tuesday night because he had been away all weekend hog hunting, which he didn't get a hog, by the way. I guess they got in a trap, but then they got out. So like 10 hogs got away. But he still had a good time with his buddy, shooting guns and doing guy stuff. So my husband was on his way home from Austin, and I had just made dinner for, actually, what was I eating? Oh, that's right. Okay. I had grilled some chicken on the barbecue grill, and I made grilled chicken, fresh green beans, and coleslaw? Maybe coleslaw. Yeah, I think it was coleslaw. And so Lou had come home, and she was grabbing a plate. I was already sitting at the table. She got home from being out with friends. She got home, and I'm sitting at the table, and I'm talking to my husband on speakerphone, and she's getting a plate, and she goes to reach for the cabinet, and she screams and she freaks out, and I can't see what she's looking at, but I could tell the panic on her face, and I was like, what is it? What is it? She goes, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Y'all, it was of course, I'm going to say it's the biggest, greenest grasshopper I've ever seen. She oh geez, I can't hold on to my pen with this washi tape. Oh, Ollie just left it. He just was like, I'm out of here, lady. You're going to throw a pin on my head. My Frenchie was underneath my table. Now he just left. See, how are we supposed to diamond paint with this? So she freaks out, and I'm like, what is it? What is it? And again, my husband is like listening to all the chaos. He said afterwards, he goes, oh my gosh, I wish I would have recorded that. Between her screaming and me trying to calm her down and us like describing everything. And I did take a picture to send it to him. She found on our kitchen cabinet. Now I'd been grilling, right? So I had the door opening up a lot to the backyard. And I guess a huge ass grasshopper, I'm not kidding you, like that big, was on our kitchen cabinet, right where she was going to grab to get a plate. And so then I'm trying to figure out how to kill it. And I'm scared. And I'm like, my husband's like trying to walk us through it on speakerphone. And he's like, get a fly swatter. And I'm like, okay. So I tell my daughter to go get a fly swatter, and Lou goes and gets it, and she brings it over to me. Now at this point, the grasshopper has like moved from the cabinet up above the stove. So he's like on this little like ledge up above the stove. So I get a chair, I get the kitchen chair, and I stand up on the chair, and they're like, get it before it hops away. And I do this every time. You know, when you get nervous, you end up not like doing as well because, you know, there's so much pressure. And so I felt like, you know, like this is my one chance to get him, or it's all going to be my fault. Like if he just like has babies, has eggs and grows babies, and like we're going to be just all these thoughts in my head. I'm like, I can't. So I felt the pressure, and I was like, okay. And so I didn't want to hit it too hard because I didn't want like guts to go everywhere. So I was like, okay. So I smacked it. And normally if there's a bug or something or a fly, I always miss it because of like the pressure. I smacked it, and then it didn't move. And I'm like, oh my God, I think I got it. And then all of a sudden I see antennas and legs starting to move. I'm like, oh my God. So then I smack it again, and a leg goes flying on the carpet in the kitchen, and Lou starts screaming, Mom, its body parts are going everywhere. And my husband was laughing so hard on the phone. So then I smack it again, and he's not moving. Okay, I think he's dead. So I go to scoop him up on the fly swatter, and he's shaking and he's moving, and I'm like, oh no. Before I did that, I got the fly swatter, and I scooched it to like go on the ground, because I was gonna get a paper towel to like smush it, because the fly swatter really wasn't working. And I'm sorry if you don't like bug talk. I'm so sorry. I'm almost done. So then I go to scoop it up, and he starts moving in, and we're all screaming, yeah. And so I smack it, and he's on the rug, and the rug is soft under it, and so it's not. So then my husband's like, let the dogs eat it. And Lou starts screaming, no. So both of the dogs go. Well, 2 out of the 3 dogs go over there. Jasper's like, no, and Ollie goes over there, the Frenchie, and he like plays with it for a minute, and I'm like, okay, this poor grasshopper is suffering. We need to stop. This is not okay. And so I finally gave it one more smack, and I think he was dead. And then I was like, what do I do with him? My husband's like, put him in the garbage disposal. We're like, oh my God, we're gonna hear him crunch. It was like a whole. My husband's like, I wish you would have recorded it, because it would have been so funny to listen back to it. So anyways, then no one wanted to push the garbage disposal because we were scared. I didn't. I was afraid something was gonna come flying out, but we survived. So that's our grasshopper story. And if I remember, I'm gonna make a note. If I have a pen, I want to make a note to show y'all. Hopefully you don't get grossed out. Look at my cute little pen. I gotta show y'all. Look at my little pen. It's like a regular pen. But yeah, hopefully you don't get grossed out by grasshoppers. But I just had to take a picture because I wanted to make sure that's what it was, because I wasn't sure. And then my husband afterwards, he looked at the picture and he goes, could you have gotten any further? I was like, I'm not gonna get close to it. Are you kidding me? I said, zoom in. And he goes, yep, that's a grasshopper. So, okay. All right. So let's talk about kids cursing. Now, we're going to do a little segment here that I think we started maybe last week, maybe the week before. For those of you that are new, this segment is because it's called Tales from the Toy Box. The reason why we call it that is because I am a manager, a newly promoted manager, apparently, according to my notes. I work at a toy store part-time. It's a little toy store, and so there's always tales from the toy box, because my husband calls it the toy box whenever I come home from work. So kids cursing. Now, we've been talking about the last few weeks. The craze is continuing. The squishy Neato dumpling. Because I worked today. I worked this morning. I opened and I worked till about 3:30. 9:30 to 3:30, and I was gonna like take some video for y'all of like the store and like where the squishies are at. I probably might still do that for another one, but it is still there and it's still going strong. The kids are going crazy. I feel like we've moved on from a level. I think they're getting agitated, and they're getting like, they're fiending, and they're going through withdrawals at this point, is what it feels like. They're getting tired of us saying we don't have them in stock, and then they ask us when we're getting our restock, and we tell them we don't know, and they don't like that answer, because they've been given that answer now. The last time we got our restock in the store of these Neatos, the squishies, I looked on Instagram. It was February 3rd is when we put that post out saying they're back in stock. Well, that only lasted like 3 days, maybe that, because we put a limit on them of how many you could buy. And I think they're getting restless. The natives are getting restless because we're starting to feel a different sense, a different switch, like in the atmosphere of like how it's going now. So I think they're getting frustrated that no one has them anymore and that they can't get their hands on them. And like I said, I think they're like fiending for it, which is crazy. It's a squishy, it's a fidget. I know it's just, it can be more than that for some people, but it's like, come on, y'all. It's the FOMO, it's all that stuff. It's like, okay, it started at a viral thing and it's like gone crazy. So as I told you guys before, the phone rings off the hook. Oh my gosh, I forgot to write that down, but let me tell you that story. Okay. So after I did last week's WIP and chat, I was working the next day. And in last week's WIP and chat, I did tell you guys that how the phone's been ringing nonstop, people asking about neatos and about squishies. So I put that out Wednesday night for y'all. So Thursday, I open the store and I get a call. Like we get all these calls. I got a call in the morning and this woman says, do you have any squishies? And I'm like, yes. I mean, that's like that's a broad statement, like to ask. I'm like, yes, we do. I'm like, is there, and I was being as polite as I could. I was being very, very nice. She even said I was very kind after. And I was trying to work with her. She's like, do you have any squishies? I'm like, we do. Was there, a certain one you were looking for? And she goes, yeah, one, I think she said something like, one that has Lauren on it. And I was like, what? I was like, I'm like, that's a new one. Now, Lauren's my daughter's name. And I still wasn't getting it yet. I was a little slow on the uptake. I was like, okay, so then, and then I'm like, no, because y'all, we get all kinds of calls. So I didn't think anything of it. I was like, no, anything else you're looking for? And then the woman said, anything with mom on it? I was like, what is this cuckoo bird talking about? I'm like, and then I started thinking, okay, somebody pranking me, but I didn't think about it yet. I was thinking, this poor woman doesn't really know what she's asking for. I'm just going to try to work with her and like make it, I don't know, try to figure out what I'm going to do with this situation, with this call. Because I was like, I don't know what she's talking about. Well, then the woman starts laughing. And I'm like, and when they said mom, I was like, no, we don't have anything. And she's like, it's mom. And I was like, what? And y'all, it was my mom. She had disguised her voice. My mom, y'all, pranked me at work. I was like, you did not. Yes, she did, y'all. Props. I got to give props to my mom for giving it back to me, for like playing the game. I loved it. She goes, I was like, Mom, oh my God, what? I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, well, you kind of caught me off guard. I probably should have like practiced what I was going to say more. I'm like, I didn't even recognize your voice. And she goes, well, I disguised it. And I'm like, yeah, but still. I'm like, has it been that long since I've talked to you? She goes, no, I just heard your WIP and chat and I just wanted to mess around with you. She's like, call me later. I was like, okay, bye. So y'all, my mom, props to my mom, y'all. She knows how to have some fun. She made my day. I was like, so I came home and told the kids and my husband, I'm like, Mom, I said, my mom just like called me at work today, was acting like a customer. And then I talked to my mom that night. I called her and my dad back because they just got back from a trip. And I was like, Mom, was I? And she's like, no, you were like totally professional. You didn't just, give up on me. You didn't hang up. She goes, no, you were very, very nice. I was like, well, yeah, I'm trying to like figure out how I can help you and what you're looking for. That's a crazy lady. I'm trying to discuss. She was trying to sound like some old lady. And she did. I didn't even recognize my own mother's voice, y'all. So bad. So that happened. I forgot to tell you all that. So then, I think it was day before yesterday, the phone rings and it's normally, okay, it's either moms or teenagers. It's like kids or moms, right? Is normally the calls that we get. And this call it sounded like a younger boy, right? Like a kid, a guy. And he was like, yeah, he's like, do you have any neatos in stock? And I said, no, we don't. Sorry, we're out of stock. And he goes, well, do you know? And I can hear a bunch of kids in the background. I can hear a bunch of guys kind of like playing around and like being loud in the background. And a bunch of boys. And I said, no, I don't. And then another guy in the background was like, well, when are they getting more? And then the kid that was on the phone with me, he goes, well, when are you getting more? And I said, we don't know. And all of a sudden the F-bombs started dropping from these kids. And I was like, I'm sorry, what? And I was like, you did not just talk to me like that. They were like, F her, F you. And I was like, oh. And then, now it's funny because this happened in the afternoon. There was some other teenagers in the store, some girls, and I'm standing right behind the register so they could hear me, and they saw me on the phone, and they were gathering what was going on. And all of a sudden, the boy that was actually doing most of the talking that was on the phone, he's like, oh, sorry about that. And then another kid in the background was like, no, don't apologize, F her. And then all of a sudden, it just came out. And I was like, why don't you come into the store and talk to me like that? And then they hung up. And all of a sudden, I put the phone down on the charger, and I looked up over the register, and this group of girls were looking at me, and they kind of smirked, and they looked away. Like, I was like, oh, no. Y'all, I'm being cursed at for this business. I was like, no, we're not going to act all bad on the phone. And then, But I was like, I liked my comeback, though. It just, happened. I was like, y'all can come to my... I was like, okay. So I wasn't really sure about that. That was uncomfortable. But you know what? Kids will be kids. And like I said, people are, fiending for these things right now. It's been crazy. But being cursed out for these things, I don't know about that. So that was crazy. Okay, our third point, sold Nanny's house. So my mother-in-law, Nanny, Holly, a lot of you'll know her by different names. Our nanny, sweet, sweet nanny. She moved to Austin because I live in Dallas. She moved to Austin about, Nanny, if you're listening, I should know this. Golly, y'all, it's been a long time. Anyway, she's been gone a while. And her house that she lived in here near us had been vacant. And we were trying to decide for a long time what we wanted to do. It's like, do we want to rent it out? Do we want to sell it? Do we want to rent it? Do we want to sell it? Went back and forth, and we finally decided to sell it. And after a bit, a couple offers later, things happen. We got an offer, and then let's see, on Wednesday of this week, yesterday, my husband and I went and did the closing. So it's official. We sold house, so that's good because we had bought it for her. So it was nice to, not have to pay for a house anymore that no one's living in. It's always a good thing. So yes, we finally have that done. So that was a nice little, check off our to-do list of something that we had been putting off for a while and we just needed to handle and deal with at some point. So that felt good to get that done on, that was yesterday. Gosh, y'all, a lot happens in a day. And then what else? I got a promotion. I haven't talked about it openly with y'all because now my Patreons knew what's been going on for a while, which, by the way, small plug, Patreon and YouTube membership is exactly the same. I just have it on two separate platforms depending on what's easiest for everybody and what you want to do. Same pricing, all that good stuff, just two different places to do it. Same content on both. I just kind of put one here and one there. But YouTube memberships is pretty easy. You just click on the button that says join here. It is a, if you're not familiar with it, it's a monthly subscription, basically. And it is a great way. We so appreciate, you have no idea how much creators appreciate YouTube memberships and Patreon. It is, plus, yes, it's in different ways we appreciate it. It's one, you get to know, it's like it's a behind the scenes content is what it basically is. If you want to get to know one of your favorite, some of your favorite content creators, it's a great way to support them and their channel because we can buy equipment, buy diamond paintings. Because by the way, for instance, this is a great example of what the money goes towards. And I know we don't publicly always talk about what we purchase with these things, but this is the kind of stuff that I buy with it. So for one, I feel like I should do a video on this, but I'm sure it's already been done. Anyways, for all these fees that we have to pay to run our YouTube channel, we've got StreamYard we have to pay for, Canva to do our thumbnails. Y'all, Google me. It goes on and on and on. So that alone, putting it, paying for it to run the channel can get expensive. So it's a wonderful way to support your favorite content creators, to give them back, to be able to keep running the channel and doing all the cool things that we can do. Plus, it gives you a chance, like I said, to get to know the creator better. We have smaller groups where we can get together and do Zooms and, you know, Google Meets. But for instance, I'm giving y'all a little sneak peek of something I got. Oh, I don't know if I can, let me move it up. Well, I don't want to mess with too much, y'all. Let me see if I can, I'm going to zoom out just a bit. So I was at Five Below. I got a Five Below bag, and I was able to purchase, oh, there's a lot in here. I haven't shown y'all everything. I've got a lot of stuff in. I've got more than just this bag. There is all kinds, all the things you can get, plus storage at Five Below. That's going to be a future video. So that is because in all, I mean, let's just say it how it is. You probably heard it before. Being on YouTube, as far as the YouTube part of it, there's not a lot of money. There, not for this niche of a craft. The YouTube money for ads and stuff, when you get monetized, is not a lot of money. So we're not getting paid the big bucks to do the videos. So it's a way to support us, and we so appreciate it, because then I can put it back into the channel and buy all those type of things and go, hey, this is what I, you know, plus, for instance, oh, another thing we can talk about, I was able to get these because that's going to be my next video. I know I done my video on, you know, how am I going to, you know, store my, how am I going to keep track of my stash, right? And like, how am I going to know what I want to do next? Well, I know we talked about that, and I actually did buy the little binders to keep my stickers in. So I bought those from Amazon. I actually did buy the dividers. I did buy all the different clear, and I have been filling these up. So let's just do a little peek here. So this one, okay, so I've been starting on it, and I'm gonna do another video because y'all are awesome. And everybody helped me out so much how to get organized. So I went through my stash, and I did pull out, this is when we had that ice storm, and I was bored, and I was like, oh. And so I got into something, and I wasn't sure if I was even gonna put the video up. So if y'all wanna go check that out, I think it's like, what have I done? I made a huge mess is what I had done. So, but thanks to y'all, I was able to get my sticker book going. And so this is the one I'm going to do next for Mermaids and Magic. I'm so excited. So yeah, I've got my stickers in here, right? So I started doing this. So I've been working on it, y'all, in the background. So again, because this is going to be a video to show you guys things. So, and then I have my small ones in here. Now the other one is my quest cards, right? So I've got my quest cards in here. There's the sweet baby we're doing now. I don't have very many. I think there's just one more. Yeah, that's all I have. So thanks to you guys, and that's what I'm saying. These are the ideas that I get. Here's another one that's coming. I don't want to give all my video ideas away, but I just picked it up. That's one of my other notes. Ooh, I don't think I wrote that down. I did get another diamond painting dry mounted this week. So I paid for that, and that's going to be another video. It had been a year ago since I had done my first dry mount video. So I've got it behind me. It's all done, and I'm going to talk about what I've learned, because that's my third one to do. And a year later, especially like with the comments, a lot of people had asked. So it's going to be a more comprehensive video now that I have a little more understanding of how it works. And the Hobby Lobby and I guy talked for a while, and he brought up a really good point and questions that he gets from people that want to dry mount their diamond paintings. And so again, and it was only $14, but there's so many different tiers for Patreon and YouTube memberships that it goes back into our channel, and it gives us an opportunity to be able to purchase these things to do videos to show you guys. So it is, I know, I'm so sorry I went on a long ass tangent on that, but it really truly is helpful. Oh, let's get back to why I started. So if you want to join, please do. I would love to have you. Okay, so for the vlog, my Patreons and my YouTube members, I've been talking about this job situation for a while. So I was, as of March 1st, I got my offer letter last week, and it was effective, was that Sunday or Monday? So I got a promotion at work, and she said some really nice things, and she sent out a group message to our chat that we use for work. And so the team now knows, because I've known about it for a while. Her and I have been talking about it. And she asked me if that's something I'd be interested in. And basically, I still am. I'm still a manager. So before I was a supervisor, like I was kind of more overseeing just the leads, right? Or just like the employees. But now with this promotion, I'm going to be I wish y'all could see this right now. Jasper's like licking my hand. He's right here. See my hand shaking? So I'm going to be taking on more hours. I'm going to be taking on more responsibilities as far as, you know, how the store's performing, more buying, and just some more responsibilities. So on how the store actually operates, which is really exciting. And like she said some really nice things about me, and it felt good to be appreciated. So yeah. And y'all know I love my job. If you've been here with me, you know I love my job. I do. I did my whole, I got to show y'all this. This boy is something else. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, you can see my leg. What you doing? Why are you licking me? What? This dog loves lotion, and I have lotion on my arms, I guess. You got to go. That's Jasper. That's my little Bostie. I got 2 Bosties and a Frenchie. Okay, where were we? So yeah, I did get a promotion. So that I wanted to share that with y'all. It's awesome news. We definitely should celebrate, you know, yeah, celebrate all the things. I mean, I felt like it was already something I was doing, but to be recognized, and it was really nice. So yeah, so there's that. What else? What else we got on here? Eye is better. We talked about that. Throat is better. Oh, So Em and I got together yesterday to, if y'all don't know, I know a lot of y'all do know, but I do. So Em is Munimade. She has a diamond painting company, trays, not just diamond painting. She does 3D printed trays, diamond paintings, accessories, all the things. I've been working for her for over a year now. July was a year. And we get together for, you know, so we met halfway so we could go, so I could get her next batch of diamond paintings for the kit preview videos. So there's some exciting stuff coming. Munimade Mondays. I've got a lot of things in hand, and I haven't done the video yet, but I'm gonna do it, and you guys will see it on Monday. So I'll have her link down below, of course, because I have her trays, and I love Em. But we got together, we went to Christina's, we had Mexican food. We had such a good time, and I just love Em. We, you know, obviously, you know, not to get into everything with us, but it's like, yes, it was a, you know, I've known Em for a long time. Like we had never met in person, but I always respected her. I knew, you know, I knew of her, and what I knew of her was nothing but, you know, great. I was like, I love her. I supported her business how I could as a diamond painter, as a creator. I was like, I'm here. And when she was putting the word out for looking for someone to help her do her videos, I got the opportunity to do that. And then organically, and just like, it was a slow take, which is, it was professional. Let's just put it, it was very professional at first. Not that it still isn't, but a friendship formed naturally. And it's just been a beautiful thing. And I don't want to hide that from anybody, because I never want anyone to feel jealous of like, oh, I met a friend from the community, and, you know, and maybe if you haven't had that yet, or haven't experienced that yet, or struggling with that yet, or whatever it might be, or have had bad experiences, I don't want anybody to ever feel some certain way about it. But I think we should also celebrate when we have found friendships through this craft, and we should celebrate that. And it's just she's a, you know how I feel about her. I did my video about Em, and she's a one, you know, her business, you know, because I work for her, and I respect her in that, because she's always treats me with such respect, and she values my opinion, and it's very collaborative, which is awesome. And then twofold was a friendship, a beautiful friendship came out of it. And it's just, yeah, it's been really cool to experience that. And I love her. I do. I love her very much. And I'm a lot older than she is. And it's funny because at first I was like, is that going to be, not that I ever thought about it, but I'm like, how is that going to be for this relationship, right? And is it ever going to be, not an issue, but is it ever going to be weird, or like we're not going to be on the same page? But you know what? At the retreat, we actually talked about it, and she sees me as like a big sister, and I don't have a sister. So I was like, I like this. So, but yeah, y'all, there is some, oh my goodness. She gave me a box of goodies. a box of goodies. And because you're here, I'm going to give you a little insight to what's coming up. Let's see, give you a little sneak peek on some information. How much do I want to tell you? Em's probably listening going, oh crap. No, I know she's listening. She's so sweet. She's like, I'm going to listen to all your videos. I'm like, you don't have to. You're busy. You're busy. You're a busy lady. Please. You do not have to. But it's important to her, and I appreciate that. So, but okay, so here's what we're going to do. There are 5 new releases for March. Because of Chinese New Year, there was a delay, so that's why y'all didn't get one this week, okay? And she put something out on her Facebook page about that, her Facebook group. But to make up for that, there will be 2. I'm not gonna tell you what 2. You just got to stay tuned. You know, make sure you're following everything for her. But she's gonna have 2 releases on Monday. Now the video, so make sure you're subscribed to her YouTube channel because you'll see the video there that I do for her. I'm gonna show all 5, but 2 of them are gonna be released on Monday, the 9th, and then there'll be another one the next Monday, and another one the next Monday, and another one the next Monday. So, and I even have some of April's that she already gave me, but we're not going to see that yet. You got to wait. But y'all, there is some good stuff happening from Munimade. I feel so like special that I get to like be part of it. And I just, when we went to lunch, we just geek out and nerd out over like all diamond painting stuff. And it is just so fun to just talk about artists and artwork and it's great. It's so fun. And then we talk about kids and family and life, and it's not just about all diamond painting, which is really good. So, yep, she's a good person. So if you haven't already, bought from her, checked her out, I'm just telling you, she's a good one. She is a good one. It's verifiable. It's verifiable. Yep. All right, so I'm gonna stop talking about M because I love her. I love her very much. All right, let's talk about Chipotle. Chipotle. Now we're not talking about, well, yes, maybe Chipotle was named after the restaurant or the chain Chipotle, you know, the burrito place. Okay, so Chipotle, oh my gosh, this dog. Chipotle is a dog, by the way. We love Chipotle. So there's a mother and daughter combo that have been coming to the stores to get Labubus. Oh gosh, I would have to go back and see when she started coming in. Her and her daughter probably came in about a year ago is when I think the relationship started. They found us. And the first time they came in, they did not bring Chipotle. I don't know if they even had him yet. He's a puppy. He is a... I don't want to get it wrong. What is Chipotle? A Malibu? Poodle. A Maltese and a poodle? I think it's a Maltese and a poodle. Anyways, I'm going to put up a picture of Chipotle and I. Chipotle, okay, so the first time they came in, we all kind of hit it off, right? They bought a bunch of Labubus. The mother is so sweet. She's the sweetest lady. She buys her daughter things. She buys the daughter's friends things. She's just, and so then they started bringing in Chipotle and it became like a thing. So Chipotle is like he's like the dog, like our store dog. He's my dog basically. And so I don't know if he always acts this way when he sees people, but you guys, I'll see them coming up to the store and I've probably seen this dog like 5 or 6 times now. And you're always hoping that you're working because you'll hear from somebody else that they came in and everybody gets super, super jealous because we all know about Chipotle. And I took this picture last time because I wanted to show the girls when they came in that afternoon that they missed them. And I got Chipotle. But y'all, the whole time they shop, I hold the dog the entire time. Other customers come, I'm ringing up people, Chipotle is in my arms. But the best thing ever is, again, I don't know if Chipotle gets excited when he sees anybody and everybody, but I feel like he's really calm as they're walking up. And then as soon as they open the door and he sees me, because this last time I saw them coming in and I started smiling and like I met them at the door, Chipotle just gets so wiggly and like he just like wants to come to me so bad. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Maybe because I'm screaming his name. I don't know, but oh, I'm in love with this dog. He had just got a haircut. So I wasn't even sure if it was him at first. I'm like, wait, did they get a new puppy? But it looks like Chipotle. I was so confused. I never put him down. I hold him the whole time. And he goes from wiggly, wiggly, wiggly to like, as soon as I hold him, he just never moves. And he's just so happy. And they think like, the mom is like, I think it's because he knows you're like a dog person and he like knows you now. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I just wanted to talk about him. You know, I talk about the toy store and how fun it is to like, you know, meet customers and, you know, all that stuff. But the dog too. We got dogs, y'all. We got dogs. So there's the good with the bad, right? I mean, there really, really is. We had a guy today, speaking of the good, he was the sweetest guy. He called me today and I was there by myself and I answered the phone and he said he was calling from Hawaii and his daughter and his 2 grandkids live where we are, live in my city. And he wanted to order some things and for us to wrap it for him because we do complimentary gift wrap so that his daughter could pick them up and give them to the kids for their birthday this week. And I'm like, absolutely. And so he goes, okay, so if I just go to your website, can I, you know, because we do shipping and we also do in-store pickup. So I told him, I'm like, yeah, go to our website. And so we talked to him for a while and he's like, okay, you can wrap it for me. I'm like, yeah, absolutely. He goes, I'm in Hawaii. I'm like, we got you. No worries. So he asked what my name was. He told me what his name was. He said, mahalo. He was so nice. His name is Melvin. So a little time goes by and he calls back and he starts telling me about he said he tried to, he knows what he wants because he picked everything on the website and he chose in-store pickup to make sure it was available. And he found 4 things. He goes, but because he's ordering something from the US and something with like his Hawaii card, it was like flagging it and the bank was giving him a hard time. I'm like, no worries. He's like, instead of just doing it on the website, can you just do it for me and can you do my credit card over the phone? I'm like, absolutely. So as I'm on the phone with him, picking out all the things that he wanted to get, it was kind of fun because he would just tell me over the phone what the name was and I would have to go find it in the store just by him telling me one name, like the Glamour Girl, this is this. And I'm like, oh, I know where that is. The Mars excavation kit, got you. And so it's like a scavenger hunt. And then we're getting to the 4th item and a customer comes in and she needs to do an exchange. They got something and she wanted to get something else. And I was like, okay. So I put Melvin on hold. I was helping her. And then she came up with a huge basket of stuff while I was talking to him and like about to do his order. Well, the owner had come in just for a little bit to do some stuff in the back. So I asked her, I was like, I said, I hate to bother you, but I've got this woman that needs to do an exchange or return and she's got more stuff to buy. And I got this guy on the phone that wants to order something for in-store pickup. I'm like, can you help me? She's like, yeah. So she gets on the phone with him and she is finding out how awesome he is. And oh my gosh, you guys, he was just the kindest man. He could not thank us enough and I wrapped the gifts for, you know, his daughter, for the kids, and I put their names on them, Kingston, and like, it was just so, you guys, there's just something about, I don't know what it is, but I have found like my happy place at this job. And I don't know if it's being out of the house or just talking to people. I don't know. I have purpose. It's just, it's very I can't say that word very well. Fulfilling. Yes, it's very fulfilling. Now, I'm not going to lie. There are days like we got kids cursing at you where you get tired of, you know, telling kids, oh, y'all, we haven't even talked about the stealing. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to talk about the positive. We've had a lot of empty boxes floating around too. We get a lot of things that are stolen and that's so disheartening. So that's a whole nother thing right now at the store. We've got this we got to watch for people stealing all the squishy stuff because we're finding empty boxes all over the store and they're hidden. So that's a whole nother thing on top of like being busy and having these wonderful experiences with people, but then you've got people that are stealing stuff. So you're on constant like high alert, like always, you know. Yeah, it's hard. It is hard. It's not easy, but there are those days where, you know, I had a customer yesterday, similar situation. This woman was just so appreciative that we, you know, helped her find the gift and spent time with talking to her about what was good and what she should get. And then wrapping it for her. And she just was like, thank you. I don't know. It's just, it's good. But enough about me. I don't like talking all about me. But how are you guys? That's what I want to know. How are you guys? I just came into this point where I'm like, wait, I'm worrying about how they're feeling right now. And I don't want anybody to feel bad because I'm happy. I don't know what that is. Is that empathy? I don't know. By the way, I loved y'all's, I don't know if I ever said thank you, or I'm sure I did, but if I didn't, I loved the question that I asked you guys of your superpowers. That's what we need to talk about. I was gonna say, I think that was last week. It could have been. Yes, I think it was. It was. That's what, and I didn't even write that down. Woo, look at me remembering things. But yes, you guys, we talked about what your yes, and you guys, I know more about you than I did before. There is an amazing group of folks here in this community, listening, crafting, hanging out with us. It's kind of cool to go back, if y'all haven't, just go read the comments and see what people's superpowers are, because it's pretty amazing. I really appreciate you guys opening up, and I hope it helped to kind of think about, you know, hey, this is mine. And I even had a friend reach out to me after that video and be like, hey, I caught something that you said, and I just want you to know that this is how I feel about you, and you should feel the same way, and I love you. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So, and that's not why I was asking that question, but just, you know, it's a good conversation starter, and it's a good thing to think about as you know, especially I think for yourself, like what am I good at? You know, it's because I know I shouldn't say we, but I know I beat myself up, you know, on a lot of stuff. So it's easy to do, but I really want to be a positive light in y'all's world. I know it sounds so cheesy, but so lovely at the same time. I love it. You guys make me so happy, and I just want you to know that. So I hope I can do the same for you. But yeah, I think we're almost at the hour, and oh my gosh, it's 9 o'clock. 9:09. We did it. We got a WIP and chat in. I did not, and I was so bummed because I love to talk to you guys. I wanted to tell you about the grasshopper and the things, and the finger was unexpected, but it stopped bleeding, and that's good. It didn't bleed through, and that's good. Hopefully you're still here. Hopefully it didn't click off because I grossed you out, which probably it could have happened, but I feel like I'm forgetting something else. I don't want to let y'all go, but I know I need to because I still got to process and put it up. But and I didn't feel tired. So, but I hope y'all got some work done. I hope you had a good time. Please let me know. Let's see. What should we say? What should we ask? I want to know all the things. There's so many things I want to know. You know what I really want to know? No, I don't. It's one of those things you want to know, but you don't. I want to know. Oh my gosh, it just reminded me. I'm just thinking, like, in my head, like, thinking about, like, YouTube and, you know, being out here and putting yourself out there. I had a comment the other day that made me laugh. I was going to say, everybody's always super sweet, but every once in a while you'll get the funny comments. Somebody was commenting about my eyebrows. I was like, really? And I couldn't really tell if it was a dig or not, but I think it was. I can forget what they said, but I thought it was pretty funny. I was like, huh, really? Well, yeah, I would love to get them tattooed. What's that called? Microblading or whatever, but that's expensive. Anyways, no, I was just thinking of all the things that like bother us, and we like. I don't want to get too deep, but let's see what I want to know. What do I want to know? Why am I asking what I want to know? I want to know a lot of things. And I know I can't just ask one blanket statement in a WIP and chat and like know everybody even more. I know relationships take time, and I know I just want to like skip to the good part, but just let me know something. Let me know how you're feeling. Let me know if you're good. How about what'd you work on during this time? I feel like I always, you know, want to ask a poignant questions, but I guess it's always not going to be like a deep question. I'm looking around my craft room right now, and I'm just looking at some things that Em and I talked, like I was, you know, telling her about my dry mounting video that I'm going to do, the follow-up one, and I'm looking at my magnetic frames. And yeah, I'm still definitely going to do the craft room confessions with Shay. That's going to happen. I've already got some things working on that. So, yeah, deep thoughts with you guys. How about we just leave it in your hands? Right? I mean, can you at least leave me an emoji, if nothing else? Give me an emoji, and I'm just happy that we got to spend this time together. I love just shooting this shit with you guys. I really, really do. More than you know. Em said something to me yesterday at lunch. She goes, "You're a good storyteller." And I was like, yeah, I am. I like to hang out with you guys. Yep, I do. I like to, these are absolutely my favorite videos to make. So it's not even like, it's just fun. It's not even, I'm not really making a video. I'm just like, I don't know, diamond painting with friends. Or just sitting here swinging in my chair right now, not even diamond painting. I'm just like looking around my craft room, thinking about life. Just like we would be like sitting at a restaurant together, and I have my wine, and we're just kind of looking at each other like, now what? What else should we talk about? Yeah, I would love to just have a conversation with each and every one of you. I really, really, truly would. I'd probably be very socially depleted after that, but that would be okay. And that would be totally fine. I care. And yeah, I do. All right, so you guys, let's wrap it up. Give me an emoji if you made it this far. Give me an emoji. I was gonna say a blood drop, but we don't want to remember that happened. But yeah, give me an emoji, and yay to like good health, no throat clearing this week for me. So hopefully you guys are doing well. But yeah, give me any emoji you want. And I'm hoping, no pressure though, because I'm just thinking about like, I was gonna say, I hope I have this done by next week and you see a different one. But even if we have the same one out, it's totally fine. I mean, there should be no pressure on diamond painting. It's not a race, right? I mean, I like just sitting here shooting the shit with y'all, just tapping my fingers on my diamond painting. I don't think you really care if I'm actually putting anything down, do you? I mean, this is how retreats are. We really don't diamond paint the whole time. We do some, which I did, and then we're just kind of hanging out and swinging in our, if y'all could see me right now, maybe, you know what? Why don't we just put it on me? Oh my God, what am I doing? Hold on. I'm gonna try to face the camera around me. Okay. Right now. Oh, I need to change. What is that? I need to change that calendar. I got my fan on. Okay. Is there a dog over here? We got a dog sleeping. I got an alien, deflated alien. Look at the mess. Okay. Y'all gonna go for a ride. Now I'm going to pause, and I'm just gonna switch the camera on. Hold on real quick. Well, hello. It is the voice. We have a bun. I did straighten my hair recently. Did I tell you I got my hair colored? I think that was last week. I got a zit on my nose. I got the PJs. This is my No Frills Retreat 2023. Got my little mic on that I wear. Got our PJs. But yes. Oh, let me show y'all. Hold on. That's she's not on the wall yet, but that's my new dry mounted Munimade. That's where she's gonna go. I just have her like resting on top of this picture, but I've got the Velcro, but that's gonna be part of the video. So, I took that one down. And there's my Five Below stuff. So yes, I love you guys. I just wanted to say hi. I normally don't do this, but give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this. Yeah, this is, I don't know what's going on with here. And yeah, this. Give me a thumbs up. They really do help. And if you've not subscribed, it's free to subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. And then like, subscribe, give me an emoji, and come back next week. Okay? All right, I love you guys. Hope you are doing well. Please let me know how you are and what you worked on. And I'll see y'all hopefully next week, if not like in lives and around areas and places. That sounded bad, around areas. Okay, cheers. Love you guys. Bye.